Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Donald Watson of Middletown.
Welcome back. Again, my name is Donald Watson. As we continue talking about the Great Commission, we were talking about how the disciples had to go up into the mountain to meet Jesus in Galilee. This meeting in the mountain tells us something about the significance of the moment. When the disciples saw Jesus, they worshiped him. So my second point today will be worship, which is found in verse 17. Worship is the second word here. It gives us some quality, some necessary ingredients of effective disciple making and the word worship. And when they saw him, they worship him. It means they fell prostrate before him. They adorn him. They begin to lift him up and just begin to worship Christ for who he was. It is very interesting that Matthew, at the beginning of his book, in chapter 1 and 2, when coming of Christ and his birth, he was very carefully to point out that the wise men came and worshiped him. And now here he is worshiping when at the end of this book, before Christ gets ready to leave this world, and after all the things that he accomplished, the sacrifice that he made of himself, and the turning around and appearing to his people, they came out and they worship him once again. Would you note with me, please, however, that at the end of verse 17, there were some who doubted. Now, somebody might say, why did they add that? Why does Matthew say that? Why do we have to say that? Doesn't that plant a seed in somebody's mind who is skeptical of the scriptures? That is said, so I don't know if I really believe that. And if you think that was strange for me, then realize that was strange for some people who were there, who saw Christ, and supposedly after his resurrection, and they still doubted too. And the original language, it means hesitate or indecision rather than unbelief. They were all most likely in a state of shock. The disciples did not have enough time to comprehend all that has taken place. But Jesus didn't condemn those who doubted him. Instead, he spoke to them about his authority to draw them back to who he is. And all their doubts were quickly displayed when he said, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." Wow, what a statement. We must submit to the great authority of Jesus Christ. The next point 3, is authority. Write that down. This is one of the most critical statements that Jesus ever made. He has all authority in heaven and on earth. The word authority carries a wide range of meanings, which includes power, right, freedom, the ability. In this context, the best meaning of his authority is to rule, with emphasis on the scope of his rule. God gave that authority to Jesus Christ based on his victory and resurrection from the dead. Please join us again tomorrow as we continue down this trip of the Great Commission.
You've been listening to Pastor Donald Watson of Middletown, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.